Okie dokie artichoke. After flying this thing about 5 times, I'm actually getting decent, but I keep crashing, because helicopters are fun. Anywho, I did find out that the main gear to the Blade 230S V2 does fit. If you need the part number, here it is right here. The main blade fits very well. I actually got two of them and put one of them on there. I've already flown this once with it on, and it's beautimous. The blade grips off the 230S V2 also fit. I went and got the entire headpiece, I think for like 20 bucks. For some weird reason, I can't find the stock replacement, just the grips. So I got the whole headpiece and then just took the center one off because this right here for the newer model is already metal. So there's that. Interestingly enough, it does come with some more of the what do they call these? Blade grip rotor bars. I don't know. I'm not 100% on the names yet, so correct me if I'm wrong. I did take a decent spill the other day, and crazy part is the only thing that really broke was the blade grips. Again, for some reason these things snap clean off like it's nothing. And then the canopy post mount. So we're going to replace that today. And that being said, I got some micro heli parts. Don't need these yet, the tail rotors. But, it was like $6, so I got those. And first actual upgraded part, I got some red body mounts, and for some reason I couldn't quite find the different colors, and I was very impatient, so I didn't get the parts through Micro Heli itself. I went through the Jungle site, and they have a decent selection, nothing crazy, but I finally got the aftermarket blade grips, and these things look pretty stinking good. So with that in mind, these are for the Blade Revolution 235 CP. There is the part number if you need it. Let me grab the other one. I don't know if you saw it or not. Here's the part number for the canopy supports. So, if you're looking for micro heli parts on Amazon, that is what they have available. That being said, we're going to tear this sucker apart, get her back in the air. We worked on helicopters, self-explanatory. This little screw comes out. That pops up. Take these off. And because everything comes with the spare screws, I'm going to just use the ones that came in the kit. Oh wait, I'm slow. I need to take this bar out in the middle. There's that. Yep, nope, no crazy theatrics today. We're just fixing the old whirlybird. I've heard from a lot of different YouTubers and reviewers that this is a fantastic fantastic helicopter for beginners. With that in mind, I am considered a beginner. I do have some flight experience, but nothing crazy. Definitely recommend as much open space as possible. My slow self thought it was a good idea to take it, backyard and stuff like that. And, well, this is where I ended up. Crashed it several times already. Again, no big deal. You live and learn, right? So there's that. I'm making sure these are still in good enough shape to reuse. That one's kind of tattered. Not sure about that one. I might redo some of these. Oh well, that's next. See if I can get these off without breaking them even more. Might have to rethink this and use an actual tool to get these things off. You know, instead of going out like a Neanderthal. Yeah, this one's coming off. Oh yeah, another announcement. We got some new puppies. Cutest stinking things ever. I guess they are, see, Labrador Husky Pit Mix. They are super young, and I'm sure you guys will see more of them throughout time goes on. I gotta do something else with this. This is not working on this one right here. Let's see. Do I have a bigger tool that I can use for this? I don't even know if I have a socket set small enough for this. That won't work. Oh, hey, I found something that might work. Nope. Dang it. That won't work. That's too small. Well, I guess we're going to do the blade grips and get to the body mount gizmos after. And yes, me and the whole family have been recovering from the flu. That's why videos haven't quite been up to par and frequent. But there's that. There's that. Take this thing off. That's sticky. Might end up using the other one. Who knew? Don't want those going away. Losing parts. There's that. Apparently this is like the one complaint that guys have when they're tearing apart these helicopters is this main gear. Not main gear, what am I saying? I can't even remember what the heck they call this thing. Anyways, there's that. There's that. And that'll come out like that. Being a goofball, losing all my parts. That. Should probably re-lubricate these, but it's feeling alright, so there's that. It's not rotating too much, so that should be okay. I'll put this thing back on here. If I can get this stinking thing off. Right there. Put it there. If you're having troubles, put a little grease or something on your fingers or even on this part, and it should stick to your finger a little easier. Nope, nope. I got parts running away. Okay, maybe next time. Look at me failing. Wow. Anywho. There's that part. There's that part. Don't need these. Those are broken. We don't need broken parts. There are those. Now, the fun part. The shiny stuff. Let's see. I might not need the blade. Nope, I don't need the blade. Alright. These blade grips weigh absolutely nothing. They are feather light. That is ridiculous. Looking snazzy. Now these, they have bearings on there, so I don't know if I need any of the other parts. Probably a good idea to read the directions, you know. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. It's got the bearings and the stock screw, main blade grip spacer. Huh. Well, I guess we're gonna just install it the same way it came apart. There's that, there's that. This one goes this way, that one goes that way. And now, unscrew that bit. Let's see here. Now, it does come with these little guys right here. And there is a small groove on the top and bottom. This little, I guess, nipple, or whatever you want to call it, does go up into the groove. There's like that. So, there's that. That one stays there. That one's that side. Now to get this one off. Oop. Alright, there's that. And now, yes, I am using the wrong thing. I know. But it's kind of the only thin lubricant that I have. So, some lube is better than no lube. Yeah, it's filter oil, but it works. I've done this the last couple of times and it doesn't seem to have any kind of issues, so there's that. Now to put this back into yaw. Apparently I do have to pull that bit out. Okay. So you have to pull this little thing out for everything else to fit. There's that. What? Okay. Well, I'm learning something new. I don't need the extra bearings. That's cool. So that. So if you try to put the extra bearing bits in, and it doesn't go in, you know why. So there's that. Now, that's wild. I guess there's bearings already in there. So that. Wow, those bearings are smooth. Cool. All right. Well, I guess upgraded parts. So there's that. Get this and through there. Poke this in through this side. that. Now, take this off. Goes this side, you dum-dum. You big dummy. Here's that. Okay. So now, to put a smidge of Loctite on this screw before it goes in. I need more Loctite. It's going bad. That's a little much. That's right. Better too much than too little, right? Come on. Can't get my stinking screwdriver in there. I guess we'll find out if it's on or not. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. Alright. German Torx spec, good and tight. There we go. There's that. Yeah, nice and shiny too. That's cool. So now, put these things on. And get them in there. Go. And yes, they do settle into the screw hole. So if you kind of can't find them, or find their home, there's that. So now the blade screw goes there. Now for the next one. There's that. And yes, I do plan on getting different blades. These are wicked strong, if you're wondering. They've survived several crashes. But they are a pain in the butt to see while you're flying. And as a new helicopter pilot, orientation is key. That being said, if you can't see it, you don't know where it's going. Anywho, that's enough of me jibber jabbing. We're gonna cut to the fun part. It all together. All right, it's finally done. It took a hot second. The old body pins did not want to come out, and for some weird reason that you may or may not be able to see, these things have microscopic holes right there, and that's the only way to get them on, unless you want to mar up the brand new aluminum finish. But yeah, looking snazzy. Got the silver blade grips up top, got the red micro heli body post on. We are ready to rock and roll. So hopefully next time you see this, it will be in the air and not on the ground. So yeah, if you enjoyed, thanks for sticking around for this long. Leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Peace.